Hey, my name is Emily Satterfield, and this is my analysis of the Horizon Report 2014 K through 12 edition. Today we're going to be looking at two of those sections from the report. We're going to be looking at the key trends accelerating the adoption of educational technology in schools, and then the significant challenges of implementing the educational technology in schools. All right, well, I hope you enjoy. The Horizon Report identified 6 trends likely to drive technology planning and decision making over the next 5 years. Rethinking the roles of teachers and shifting to deeper learning approaches were the trends that expected to occur in 1 to 2 years. Increasing focus on open educational resources and increasing the use of hybrid learning designs were the trends expected to occur in 3 to 5 years. And rapid acceleration of intuitive technology and rethinking how schools work were the trends expected to occur in 5 or more years. Here's a breakdown of 3 of those trends. Trends accelerating educational technology adoption in schools. Before the internet was available in classrooms, the role of the teacher was to be the primary source of information. Now that students have access to the internet, the role of teachers is expected to change. Over the next 2 years, the classroom is going to shift from being teacher-centered to being student-centered. Therefore, the role of the teacher will transform to be that of a mentor, guiding students in their learning. Students will begin to have more of a say in their learning. This will impact future classrooms because the teacher must learn how to use new tools and integrate them in the classroom to provide authentic and digital learning. A second challenge is the teacher must find a way to inspire the students to be lifelong learners and go beyond a quick search on the internet. Deeper learning is a term increasingly used to describe a variety of approaches in which students gain knowledge and skills by investigating and responding to complex questions and problems. Project-based, problem-based, and community service learning are a few of the approaches which enable deeper learning. These approaches provide students with a problem which they must create a solution to. Deeper learning approaches not only benefit the learner, but they benefit the community. This will impact future classrooms by implementing a flipped classroom approach. The students will do the research at home and then do the activity or project in the class. Open content uses Creative Commons and other forms of alternative licensing to encourage not only the sharing of information, but the sharing of pedagogies and experiences as well. The goal of open educational resource materials are freely copyable, freely remixable, and free to barriers to access. This will impact future classrooms because more students around the world will have access to educational resources. The Horizon Project's expert panel also identifies 6 significant challenges impeding the adoption of educational technology in schools. These 6 challenges are categorized as solvable, difficult, or wicked. Let's take a look at 3 of these challenges. Significant challenges impeding educational technology adoption in schools.
What is authentic learning, anyway?
Creating authentic learning is one challenge of implementing educational technology in schools. This challenge is considered solvable because there is a clear solution. Authentic learning is the connection between the outside world and the classroom. This teaching strategy not only prepares students for the future, but it engages students in their learning. Authentic learning has been proven to keep students in school and prepare them for their future goals. Authentic learning impacts the classroom by incorporating real-life scenarios throughout the lesson. If the students do not know why they are learning the content, they will not be motivated. On the other hand, if the students have a need for learning the content, they will be engaged in their learning.
I feel so lost.
Integrating personalized learning is when the learning activities are tailored to individual students based on their needs. This challenge is deemed as solvable because adaptive learning tools are already available which personalize learning for students. Teachers are pushed to identify students' needs and meet them to prevent knowledge gaps. Personalized learning will impact classrooms because it will prevent students from having gaps in their knowledge. Having technologies available that can help identify students' needs will be a huge advantage.
What are we going to play at P today?
Keeping formal education relevant is a challenge that is categorized as wicked because it requires additional research. As technology becomes more relevant in student learning, some may think the needs for formal education is becoming irrelevant. This poses the question, if students have the resources at home to teach them the curriculum, why should students go to school? This is considered a wicked challenge according to NMC Horizon Project Expert Panel. This will impact classrooms because the students learn more than set standards in the classroom. Students learn cultural norms, organizational skills, how to socialize, and the importance of being on time. The classroom prepares students for future careers. Here is the 2014 review of a teacher who had the opportunity to integrate technology in his classroom and what his opinion is.
In many ways, we use the iPads daily. I love the fact that with the technology, I can get quick feedback on how students are doing in a different area, if they understand it, if they don't understand it. The students really enjoy it. And so it just changes like a boring lesson and makes it just a little bit more fun, just a little bit more of a spark, but it gives the students more ways of learning something, more ways.
Here's the video explaining a little further how technology can personalize learning for individual students.
About the number of pages read, time spent on each page, notes made, or number of times a video was watched. An analytics tool could evaluate those data for patterns associated with engagement, achievement, and course success. The tool could trigger alerts to students and faculty when problems arise. An adaptive learning system could adjust learning content on the fly, based on data from an online quizzing tool that shows each student's mastery of the material.
Well, that concludes my video. Thanks for watching.